Hey guys, welcome to another episode on my YouTube channel. Today I am going to drop some information, especially for busy moms, on why it's so important to take care of yourself and make time for yourself, and how you should not have mom guilt about it. So let's dive into it. You can hang out with me in my creepy, unfinished basement office and Jesus in the background. Right? All right. So let's get right into it. So I talk about this a lot, but there is really a very powerful reason behind it. And that just comes from, there's two extremes to this. And where I'm at, you just don't see the one extreme so much. There can be two. So there's the extreme of the moms who like might have nannies and spend very little time with their children. But I feel like that is a very, very like small majority. I live in a very rural community, and that's not something I see. I see moms who give 150% of themselves for their kids, which is so great. It's great to see like people genuinely taking care of their children, but when all you do is run around for your children and you make no time for yourself, this becomes a problem, and it becomes a serious mental problem. Psychologists have wrote many books on this, and you can't always neglect yourself and your health and your physical well-being, because if you do that for 30 years, 20 years, I guess, most kids aren't living with you till you're 30, but depending on how many kids you have, it probably is 30 years. If you do that for 30 years, something is going to give somewhere. It just has to. You can't operate like that for 30 years. It just doesn't work. Something's going to snap. Either your mental well-being is going to snap, your relationship with your spouse is going to snap, your relationship with your kids, or your health. I just heard a story from a client about like a 31-year-old she works with who isn't diabetic but is pre-diabetic, and um, the doctor told her to exercise and eat better. She said, I don't have time for that. You need to give me a pill. And the problem being is, for one, that's a huge problem to me. Um, that's huge. We're very conditioned to take the easy way out and neglect ourselves, um, and not want to put effort into anything. Unfortunately, that's just kind of what our society has led to, is things that take effort and work and time are bad. Efficiency is better, pills are better, and that's a whole different conversation. But the problem is her insurance won't cover it because she doesn't actually have diabetes, so they're not going to cover that. And I don't know, I have not, that's probably the saddest story I've heard in a while, is that people would rather take pills than make time for themselves. What is, there's so many things. What is that teaching your kids, for one? It's not setting a very good example. Um, I try to live a life as least pill free as possible. I don't want my insurance to go up. I don't want to have to take pills. Um, yeah, so I know I'm the complete opposite. I guess everybody is not that way. But also it's unfortunate what your kids are watching you do. When you give all of yourself to your kids and never any time for yourself, it's like a drowning effect. You start drowning, and your kids are going to feel it. They're going to see it. They're going to see that mom is stressed, mom's not doing well, her health is deteriorating. Now we're on pills, we're taking more pills, not taking care of ourselves, and that's what you're showing them and teaching them that adulthood should be. That's what motherhood is like. That's what it's going to be like when they become adults. This is just the way it is. It sucks. It's life, and it sucks. And you have to take pills, and that's so, it's such a sad, um, it's such a sad way to teach our kids that we have to live life. I know exercise takes time and effort, and that's hard when we are so busy. And I want to make everybody's life better, and I want to make it easier. So I'm here to help give like little tips that you can do and anywhere. You have to change your mind. Behavior follows. Well, I shouldn't say that. Motivation follows behavior. So when we change that behavior, you can change your mindset and build that self efficacy, which is self belief. We're going to start with really small little things. You don't need to set aside 5 days a week, hour each day a week for exercise. That's not necessary. We're going to start small. We're thinking like 2 days a week walking, you know, 20 minutes. And then once you've done that for, say, a couple weeks, you feel like, yeah, I can handle this. This is cool. You build that self-belief a little bit. So then we're going to add on like, okay, now I'm going to do 2 days of walking and then a third day of lifting weights, full body day. And it could again be 20 minutes. Or say you don't even want to start there. You can just start by when you're sitting with your kids at night watching TV. If a commercial comes on, have you and your kids, it could be fun for everyone, it's not a bad thing, do like 10 sit-ups every commercial, 10 push-ups every commercial. And I'm not asking you to do 200 push-ups and 200 push-ups every night. Like, have a limit on it where you cap it out at like 30. Like, we're gonna do this till we get to 30. Those can be fun things where you can incorporate your kids and then let them know that this is healthy. It's okay to do that. And I know you're tired. I know. Trust me, I know. But when you do these things, you'll start to build more energy. You'll start to feel better, and you will stack those little wins. And so that's all we're trying to do is stack those little wins. All right? Even if it's just 3 days a week of 20-25 minutes. That's a win. If you're doing nothing, that's a win. So take that win. But yeah, I just want you to start prioritizing yourself so that you're no longer drowning. And you can show your kids that it is possible and it should be possible to have kids and still take care of yourself. You should not feel guilty about that. There's no reason you should feel guilty. It's kind of selfish by using your kids as an excuse to not do it. And I don't mean that in a mean way, but it's the truth. You're kind of using them as a scapegoat. You can absolutely work out with your kids. I do it all the time. I have a kid literally standing right here in a SpongeBob costume. Come here, booger. And you can do it with them. They love being involved in things. They would love to do things with you. So, SpongeBob. So you don't use them. That's kind of being mean. You can let them do it with you, and I highly encourage that. I think that's where I'm going to end today. So if you found this helpful, let me know in the comments and share and like and all the things. So, all right, guys, I will chat with you soon. If you need any help on where to begin with your journey, even those small steps, this is what I do. I help guide women. So you can click on the link below and book a call with me, and we will go over how you can get started. So, all right, guys, have a great day. Thanks for listening. Peace.